everyone, my name is Brianna Smith and today I'm here at RUNABEAT Media, London headquarters, joined with Junior Bus Driver.
It's a pleasure to be here, thank you.
No problem. So, Junior's Bus Driver is a very successful London-based Jamaican promoter who has a very prosperous annual event called Bus Drivers Linkup. The event is patronised by over 3,000 attendees and is known for having classy venues and patrons that attend fully dressed up in elegant evening wear. Previously, he's had performances from artists like Busy Signal, and his events are hosted by respected London-based Jamaican media players like DJ Alan Brando. Junior Bus Driver now takes on additional event responsibilities, such as the recent Champagne and Brandy Ball held in November 2023. The Bus Drivers Linkup started as an event for bus drivers over a decade ago, and now attracts a larger audience. He is arguably the most outstanding Jamaican promoter for mature raves in London. So my first question for you is, what inspired you to create the Bus Drivers Linkup event? And when did it start and how has it evolved over the years?
Okay then, so first it started in 2009. And basically it came about by I becoming a bus driver. And realized that us or many of the bus drivers were focused on just working without having a break, having a bit of fun. So you find out, somebody die and then you realize that, oh, this guy spent all this time working and did not even have a break. So it was like created to have people to relax, bus drivers mainly. Have a down moment, let your hair down, have your family and friends around in a social environment, and that's how it was created, definitely.
I really like that, like a sense of community as well.
Definitely.
How do you select the venues and create the atmosphere to maintain the elegance and classiness of your events?
So, first, to be honest, what it is now is not how it started. So it started at a small venue by the name of Simba Project in Woolwich, Royal Artillery Place. Basically, that's opposite the Army Barracks. And about 250 people. It's more like a community hall, obviously. We put decor in it to, bring up the ambience and stuff like that. And that's how it all started. And then from another small venue, second time around, realizing that I've outgrown that space, I went to a nightclub in Sydenham, which was very, at the time, classy, more upscale type of venue, which was, can't remember the name of that venue now, but it was in Sydenham in Kirkdale. We had it twice there. Very nice venue. And obviously it wasn't long before we outgrew that venue. So that's when I started looking for banqueting suites to start hosting my event.
What challenges did you face initially when you first started organising events, and how did you overcome them?
So one of the biggest challenges is venues. Suitable venues. And also having the proprietors to believe in what you're doing, for them to have confidence in you that you're gonna come to their venue. You're gonna bring the right audience there. You're not gonna cause an upheaval where, there's fight, smoking, stuff like that. So for them to trust you and to give you the privilege, that's the hardest thing, to be honest. And also getting the hours that you want to operate. It's not easy.
There's a lot of behind the scenes that goes into it, definitely. Could you share any memorable experiences from one of your events that truly defines what a Bus Drivers Linkup is all about?
So first and foremost, the first known star that I've worked with outside of the UK was Sky Juice from Metro Media. And came about at the time, the night when I was having my event. Apparently there was about 4 or 5 other events on. And knowing that I wanted whoever want to attend, especially the bus drivers, I want to give them value for money. So, I went out and pull out all the stops to get him here. But the thing about it, getting him here was when he's actually start speaking about the event so highly. He's DJing and he's calling the event by his name. And also when people were calling for the tickets, they were calling the event by the name. I realized that, listen, the event is not about me anymore. The event is already what it is. People are buying into the event for what it is.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the most memorable moments. Yeah.
How do you balance maintaining the event's original essence while allowing it to grow and evolve?
So the thing is, that's the reason why I created the all-white version, because Champagne and Brandy Ball is the more mature side, and it's the first aspect of it. But also realize that somebody might have different priorities, the focus is different, people also develop illness over time, bereavement, stuff like that. And your event could die naturally because of the age. So I realized that, listen, I need to find a way to generate new interests, especially with the new drivers coming in, and to attract a younger audience and allow it to grow and continually. So I look at the age group of the DJs, and while I handpick DJs based on their profile, because I don't want my event to be hardcore, I also want it to be entertaining. So when it grabs the attention of the younger generation, they want to experience the more established one and eventually continue to evolve, and that's how I go about doing it. Yeah.
So the Champagne and Brandy Ball seems like an extension of the Bus Drivers Linkup. What motivated your move into other branded events?
So I'm going to correct that. The Champagne and Brandy Ball is has been the most established of the event, and all white is more of an extension of the event. Yeah. And what caused me to start doing the all white again is to have the audience evolving. Yeah. To attract a younger audience and to have them buying into the November, which is the Champagne and Brandy Ball, and to keep it growing. So that's how that's all created.
I think that's really good. Then you can just do stuff that help benefit different audience and ages.
Definitely.
Well.
Definitely.
What kind of atmosphere or experience do you aim to create for attendees of future Champagne and Brandy Ball events or all white events?
So the atmosphere is ambience is from the venue, from the staff. So it starts from the security, start from upon entering and looking at the grandeur of the venue, the decorations, the staff. So my security, I make sure that, listen, you are to be firm, but not aggressive. So we don't want that, because we don't want anything to feed off negative on the patrons. The staff are trained from the reception, VIP, bar staff, and everybody that you communicate with to be professional, Yeah, so that's it.
Tell us about the process of selecting performers and hosts for your events. What criteria do you look for?
So performers, I want somebody that is not going to be too over the top in their expression. So we want it to be family friendly. We don't want the swearing, or if you swear, it's not in an aggressive manner. Yeah. We don't want to incite any type of hatred, whether against any groups, marginalized people. We want it to be just about entertainment. Yeah. So I want DJs that understand the concept, and understand that, listen, it's about entertainment and nothing more. It's about people having a good time.
Yeah, you want to keep up that positive vibe, definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
How important do you think it is for events like yours to have the support of respected industry figures in reggae and dancehall music, like Alan Brando?
So Alan Brando, we have a relationship way back, more than 15 years. And you have people like Baba El Numero Uno. You have even the BBC One guys like the Shawnee B. You have the Andrew Fresh And you have numerous other guys out there that, you know, we have very good relationship with. And it's very important because, you see, I can't do it by myself. And it's a community effort. And,
Yeah, definitely.
you know, if they are buying into what I'm doing and giving me support, you know, it's needed. I appreciate that a lot.
In what ways do you engage with a community to make your events appeal to a broad audience?
So in earlier days, it was more about doing 10, 15,000 flyers
Yeah.
and going everywhere and trying to get it in. First and foremost, it's a bus drivers event, so I'm going into the bus garages and I make friends, you know, contacts on there. Then secondly, it's also about the restaurants, the hairdressing shop, the barber shops. Nowadays, it has become a little bit easier because of social media. So we use social media as a medium to get engaged with our core audience, but I don't eliminate the traditional methods. So I still do a bit of flyering, you know.
So what impact has the pandemic had on organising large-scale events, and how did you navigate those challenges?
The pandemic was challenging because obviously when the pandemic came about, I was just in the middle of organizing my event, which was the all-white venue and everything, and then I had to shut it down because obviously we went into a lockdown. When we went into a lockdown, there was a time we were wondering, are we going to get out of this? Is life going to be the same again?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, because I guess we all had that thought. But again, some people did keep events, but with the restrictions, with the 2 meters away and stuff, I think it was a bit too hard to navigate that. And, you know, I did went to a few events, but I stayed clear. I bide my time, and also I saw people doing headphone parties, going into parks. A lot of them were illegal parties, which, you know, people were doing what, because obviously, no matter how tough the economy is, no matter what, we need to unleash, we need to socialize and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, people were saying, why don't you do one of them headphone parties in one of them parks, blah, 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 blah. But obviously I wasn't interested in that. I was just interested in being patient and wait until the opportunity come again for you to do your thing properly. So
Yeah. And do you think the pandemic benefited you, or?
So first, when people realize that, listen, we can go back out and socialize as normal. Two things: there are those who feel like they were locked up, that wanted to go back and experience life, because especially maybe we all know somebody that died of COVID symptoms and stuff like that. And then there are some people who are a bit apprehensive because they weren't sure about the virus, and you know, they're still fearful. So it was both ways, but yeah, you know.
Are there any plans to expand your events to different cities or countries?
Definitely. So I'm Jamaican, and Jamaica is a mecca for parties and for events, and you can see many of our events in Jamaica has gone global. And the thing about it, in the UK, wherever I go around the world, people recognize me for this event, Bus Drivers Linkup, which I believe could be one of the most well-known events in the UK or coming out of the UK. So wherever there's a bus, there's bus drivers. The thing is, sometimes I think bus driving is an industry that some people maybe look down on, maybe especially in the Caribbean, but people won't realize the impact and the contribution that bus drivers have on society unless there's a total withdrawal of the service. So, I mean, a bus driver is feeding his family, and it's also helping the economy to move. So I believe going to Jamaica and say keeping this event will definitely open up the respectability on the profession, and also there's a big audience there to capitalize on. Definitely.
I'm excited for your future as well. What advice would you give to aspiring event organisers who want to follow in your footsteps to create successful and classy gatherings?
So, first and foremost, if profit is the most important factor, I'd say don't get involved, because it's like a degree. You go to a university, and before you start earning for your degree, you have to pay for it. So there's stuff that you're gonna have to learn, no matter how much advice you get, unless you've got an event organizer doing it for you.
Yeah.
You know, to build up a core following and stuff like that. It's not just like titling your event and you get 2,000 people turning up. It's more than that. So I'd say start small, get your following organic, and try to improve on every event that you keep. So for instance, then if you had an event and say you had 300 people and say you made a profit, don't go take all the profit and then come back with that same money that you spent to keep the event. Take some of that profit and try to improve the experience for the patron. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
One step at a time.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you see the future of reggae/dancehall events evolving? And where do you see your role in that evolution?
To be honest, when it comes to reggae and dancehall, it's a bit difficult because first and foremost, venues is one of the biggest problems in the UK.
Yeah.
So finding a suitable venue is hard. Secondly, it's the fees of some of these performers.
Definitely.
You know, I believe sometimes I don't think these performers look and see what we're trying to do. It's all about them. So the fees can sometimes be exorbitant. And you have to think about the people that support what you're doing. You can't be pricing yourself out of an audience, because if they're not consuming the tickets, you're gonna keep a flop event. So, you know, artists or performers need to look at the fact of what you're doing. Okay, what is the size venue that you're using? And you know, the various factors that add in to make it successful. And also remember that a promoter is not only doing the event because of the artist, is also doing it for himself as well.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you share a bit about the behind the scenes efforts that go into making your events a success?
The behind the scene is engaging your audience. You know, engaging your audience is for me, because I've got ear-to-ear event, it's about the experience from the last event. So people can always relate to that, to say, listen, you know what? These events are normally good. You normally deliver whoever you say is going to turn up.
Yeah.
The ambience is great and whatever. But
The
also,
vibes.
yeah, but also I keep pushing, because I still want to attract new people.
Yeah.
I still know that not because you made it this time around, you're going to make it the next time around, because things change, you know, personal circumstances, life circumstances. So, you know, I want to keep on evolving and growing. So I keep just acting as if it's the first time, you know?
Yeah, that's good. What's the process into securing performers to perform at your events, and how do they enhance the event experience?
So first and foremost, securing a performer, that's one of the most intricate part of it, because you're trying to secure somebody that you believe will suit the profile of what you're trying to deliver.
Yeah.
And the audience that you're trying to entertain. So again, you look for personality, and sometimes you develop that type of personality connection by maybe having a telephone conversation with a person to see, you know, you pick up vibe. Secondly, it's about what experience have you got in terms of the audiences that you have performed to, or you interact with your audience, and also a bit of knowledge about my event, which most time they know about it. But also, if I'm going to bring somebody here, that is going to be on the same level that as a performance that are already here. It would be pointless.
Yeah, true.
So I'm looking for somebody with a bit more experience, professionalism, and everything, and delivery that can definitely appease my audience. So that they won't say, listen, you wasted your money, bring this guy. It's better if you had this guy because this guy have done better. So it's about that.
And what type of personality do you look for?
So you see, some people have dark personality, and in terms of like, sometimes some people are greedy. So I might say to a guy, listen, I'm booking you for my event. My event is an exclusive event. I don't want you to be going anywhere else because I have people coming from all over the UK to attend this event. But you might be saying to me, oh, but I can't come to the UK to do one event. I want to go to Manchester. I want to go to Birmingham. I want to go, And then you start selling yourself short. And then you're trying to water down what I'm trying to bring. So if you're that type of person, I'm not looking to work with you. Yeah. Definitely.
Are there any unique traditions or rituals associated with your events that attendees look forward to every year?
I guess what they look forward to is the fact that they get a chance to dress up nicely. So for instance, especially the November event, which is a champagne and banded ball, you're expected to dress elegantly.
Yeah.
So for instance, the last one was a black and gold edition, which was a color team. So we're talking about suited for the men, or if not suited, but dressed nicely. The women, gowns, or even if it's just short dress, it's classy,
Yeah.
So I'd say that's a ritual,
How do you leverage social media and digital platforms to promote your events and engage with your audience?
So again, it's getting content creators.
Yeah.
To create even short 15-second, because attention span is very short, and if you're gonna have something that's gonna be a minute long, you might just lose somebody's interest.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you have these like 15-second clips that get to the point, then it engages your audience. And also we use like social media boosting. So you have for Instagram, for Facebook, you have a target audience, you set it, and you pay for that, to target audience as well.
And once one person sees it, they can send it to
share and stuff like that.
As an influential figure in the Jamaican music scene in the UK, how do you see your role in promoting emerging talent?
So that's it. My last event, which is just gone, I had JC Lodge as a performer on it. But also I have this artist we call Jassy Cole. Now he's a guy that's new to the UK.
Yeah.
But he has recording experience from back home in Jamaica, and he's still here doing his stuff. He's a part of my team. But recognizing his talent, I also wanted to give him an opportunity to showcase that talent to an audience, So I told him, listen, we're not gonna overburden the people with a long performance because JC Lodge just came off. Do one song, but do your best, make your best effort. And I could see where the audience was engaging with him. He actually had to pull the song up and go again. They were enjoying his performance. So, definitely I see that as a part of using my platform to bring in others through and, for the future. Yeah, definitely.
I feel like you're definitely a guide to help them go up and
Definitely.
Can you share any stories that capture the community spirit formed around your events?
You see, one of the greatest thing is over years of doing this event, I've got many people that volunteer their service to help me and volunteer to sell tickets for me. And to be honest, I'm grateful for everyone that has done that, because sometimes they're reaching people that maybe I would not be able to reach. So I appreciate those that were there from day one and those that continually wanting to be a part of this event. and sharing the experience. And listen, this is a great event to attend. You need ticket, you can get it from me. If you can't, I can tell you where to get it. Obviously, we've also used online media or ticketing platform.
Yeah.
So I'm into that as well. But as you know, we still have the traditional way of tearing from a book, tearing from the selling to you. That hands-on approach. And trust me, some people are still not into that internet age, or they're fearful, or they're telling you, oh, I don't want to lose my card, I don't want my card details, blah, blah, blah.
True.
So they're perfect to give you that cash, So, yeah.
How do you ensure that your events continue to surprise and delight attendees year after year?
And that's the biggest challenge, to be honest. But it's also about, from time to time, you might have performers that people love.
Yeah, true.
And I've had repeat performers. But from time to time, you need to shake the lineup a bit.
Yeah.
Shake it up. So you need to bring somebody that they're not familiar with, but that will deliver. Like, for instance, we had Steely Bashment on the last one. And even though his name is a name that resonates with people, especially because of his mixtape, it's not one of them people that normally come here, or if he comes here, it's not often. So he left a good taste in the patrons' mouth. They keep speaking about him and are actually requesting him to come back. So yeah, definitely.
What kind of feedback or reactions from attendees have made a lasting impact on you?
The feedback is when some people say it's the best event in the UK. Some people say it's the biggest. I would not say it's the biggest, because obviously I'm not doing O2 arenas and stuff like that.
Not yet.
Not yet. And I know that the possibility exists for maybe one day for me to do something in them places. But where I'm operating and the level that I'm at is the joy that I'm giving to people.
Yeah.
You come, you have a good time. And I see where I've got 2-3 generations coming together. So I've got a grandmother with her daughter and the daughter with her children. They're all adults, but they're in that family space enjoying the event together. So, that's very good as well.
I guess it's really heartwarming as well to make you carry on doing your job.
Yeah, definitely.
Beyond music and entertainment, do your events champion any social causes or initiatives?
Definitely, because you see, we look at people with who are less fortunate.
Yeah.
And we always try to give back. We support like Cancer Society as well, because something that affects all of us. And I give contribution to Macmillan Cancer as well.
Yeah.
So we give back in that initiative.
Really good.
Yeah.
Lastly, what legacy do you hope to leave through your contributions to the UK's music and event scene?
To be honest, when I started, it wasn't about a legacy. And if I'm going to leave a legacy, I don't know the impact or the legacy I'm going to be leaving. All I want is for people to see that this guy came around, he made us happy, he contributed to my mental state when I was down, he contributed positively to society in the UK and beyond. And the fact that I've got my kids who are very much interested in what I'm doing and coming behind the scenes, seeing what I'm doing, participating and expressing the delight that Dad, very soon will be the one that is running this. I can see that I'm leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
But in terms of like recognition, I've never ever been mentioned for any awards or anything. I don't know if I'm too laid back or anything, but whatever is to come will come.
Yeah.
So
Well, I just want to say thank you very much for your silent contributions to the UK music scene, and keep up the good work, and thank you very much for coming in to share your experiences with us today.
Thank you also for giving me the opportunity to be here. It's not something that I normally do because I shy away from the camera in that aspect, but I think it's a good opportunity for people to get to know me on a different aspect,
Yeah, I agree. Promotion as well.
Yes.
Remember to like, comment and subscribe to RUNABEAT and hit the notification bell. Also, don't forget to follow ours and the artist's socials below.